everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel XAT, turning problems into solutions. This is me Priyasha Das and I'm up with a percentage quant revision video. So if you must have followed my shorts, I told there that I would be taking up some quant revision videos, okay, quick and small ones, so that you can just go through them and make your calculations better, faster, okay. So, and in case you don't know about the topic as well, so then also it will be easier for you to at least attempt it. There's one very important thing which I want to mention here, that if quant is the section which frightens you, then make sure you keep a lot of time for the quant section, because you might not finish the question in 1 minute, but you can finish it in 2 minutes or 3 minutes if you know some of the concepts, okay. So maybe these videos will help you in that way. So starting with the percentages, we all know that there's one particular rule and trick which we all use for faster calculations, that is remembering the values. So you will find the charts in the Google easily, but just to be little precise, I'll just give you 10 values for now. If you learn these 10 values, I think it will be more than enough. So you know that 1 by 1 is equals to 100%. It's very easy. 1 by 2 is equals to 50%. Again, we know that. 1 by 3 is 33.33%. 1 by 4. Now see, whenever we divide the denominator, like increase or double it, then the number or the percentage will become half. So 1 by 4 will be half of 50, which is 25%. Similarly, 1 by 5 is 20%, and 1 by 6 will be the half of what we get in 33.33%, right? So in that case, what will be the value which we'll get? We'll be getting 1 by 6 as 16.66. Yeah, that will be working. 16.66. Then moving further to 1 by 7. Now 1 by 7 can be remembered in a nice way, 14.28%, because 7 twos are 14 and 7 fours are 28. So you can remember it that way. 1 by 8 will be the half of 1 by 4, that is half of 25% is 12.5%. 1 by 9 is nice because it is 11.11%, and 1 by 11 is 9.09%, okay. 1 by 10 will be half of 1 by 5, that is 10%, okay, half of 20, 10%, and as I said, 1 by 11 is 9.09%. I know you can go through a long list now, but it's just continuation, okay. 1 by 12 will be half of 1 by 6, so you may calculate the value accordingly. It's 8 point something. So this is just a quick revision on the percentages. You people need to have a quick hold on this particular section to cover up your percentages much faster. So I'll be deleting all of this now, and I'll be starting with some type of questions. Now remember, again, note for all of you, that I'm not going to solve any questions here. The purpose of this video is just to know some tips and tricks and some concepts related to the percentages. So sometimes we have a very absurd kind of percentage, like they will ask you to go for 38.5% of a particular number. Now check for the options. If the options are very far away, like one is 20, another is 70, another is 50, then they are quite far away, so you can go for approximation, right? You can approximate this to be 40% and calculate your answer. But if the options are very close, like 22, 25, 30, like this, very close, then in that situation, what we'll be doing is we'll be breaking up this. So 38.5 can be broken down in any ways you feel like, whatever is easier for you. If you think 38 and 0.5 is easy, you go for that. Otherwise, what I feel is it will be easier if I go by 40 minus 1 minus zero point 0.5. Okay, so 40% of any number is easier to calculate. Whatever I get, I'll be subtracting it with 1% of that number, and further I'll be subtracting it from half percent. Half percent is half of what you have got in 1%, right? So this will really help you in speeding up your calculations and giving you accurate answers at the same time. So this is one such trick or tip which you can use for getting the answers by breaking the percentages. One very important thing next is percentage changes. So when we are talking about any percentage change, then that would be equals to the final value minus initial value divided by initial value into 100. I have taken this in detail in one of my DI videos. So you can go and check out the DI playlist as well. I have taught this in detail over there. Now, the next type of trick, okay, which you need to know in the percentages, that is successive changes, okay, or you can, once I'll take the successive changes and then I'll take the price and the consumption process, okay. So let me just clear this off and help you with the other thing, which is prices and consumption. So you must be knowing that if I have a price as such, okay, and I have the consumption value, I'm just writing it as CONS, that is equals to your total expenses which you are doing, correct? And in one of my time speed distance videos, I remember I told you that this is nothing but the same relation, A into B is equals to C relation, right? If one thing increases, the other should decrease to keep the product constant. So if my expenses are constant, if I'm still paying out 1000 rupees but the price of the item has increased, then definitely I'll have to reduce my consumption, correct? So keeping that in mind, remember that if suppose, let's take a small let's take a generalized formula and then we'll take an example, okay. The generalized formula is, if the price increases by A by B, okay, I'm talking about fractions now, this is in terms of fractions. So if the price increases by A by B, then the consumption needs to decrease by A divided by A plus B, okay. For an instance, if the price increases by 1 by 4, that is 25%, okay, price is increasing by 1 by 4 fraction or 25%, then by how much should I reduce my consumption so that the expenses remain the same? 1 is A and B is 4, so that means 1 by 1 plus 4, that is 5, that is equivalent to 20% of decrease in the consumption. So can you get this right now? So 25% increase in the price leads to 20% of decrease in the quantity or the consumption which we have done to keep the expenses constant. Now the term I have used A and B is, for an instance, if you get the value of A different, like in the numerator instead of 1 you have 2, so you will be finding out the fraction accordingly. So that's up to you and your calculation now. You can just pause this video and calculate it on your own, or after watching the entire video you can just try to solve some basic questions and see if it works for you or not. Now we'll talk about the successive changes. So successive changes means, suppose an item first, like in year 2003. Now this will really help you in your DI sets as well. So please pay attention. For the successive changes, we will be saying that in, suppose let's, the scenario is in 2013, the price increased by X percent, okay, and in 2014, the price increased by Y%. So there were two increases. Now what will be the overall change? So the overall change will be, this is a very easy formula, X percentage plus Y percentage plus X into Y by 100. And you must be using it in the successive discount formulas also. So in the next video, I'll take up that as well when I'll be giving you a quant revision video on profit and loss. But yes, the way we'll be using it there will be a bit different because the signs will change. But now for the normal percentage, or we can say the successive percentage changes, this is how we do it. For example, if one of the things is 30 and another is 40, so you can just consider it accordingly. 30 plus 40 is 70, and then 30 into 40 you would be getting 1200 divided by 100, that is another 12%. So it's 70 plus 12, that is giving you 82% of overall change. Okay, so these kind of things you need to see and understand with the help of the successive changes. Now what else? Now what if you get 3-4 changes like X percent, Y percent, Z percent, A percent? Then the way of going through is take two of the percentages, find their successive percentage, and then calculate it with the third one. Like this, you can just go around and start doing it. Okay, so this comes to the end of the percentage quant revision video. If you found this useful and want more of such videos, please comment below and like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, because I'll be coming up with more topics under the quant revision. I'll try to cover many topics or as far as I can before the examination, and I hope it would be helpful for you. So until we meet again, thanks for watching.